I've been drinking Kool-Aid cameras like I did when I was 9, 'cause I like to pretend that I haven't lost the time. In the end, the nostalgia, though it tastes fine, I can only drink a couple 'cause it feels like a lie. We'd play Halo and we'd lay low in our basement until the sun began to rise. We would go to school but not learn too much, 'cause it's hard to read when you've got tired eyes. Months go by, the time it flies, past the days that we drink Kool-Aid in the summertime. Years go by, the time it flies, past the days that we drink Kool-Aid in the summertime. They've been with me for some time, and it's nice to know that they still by my side. Friends are like stars, 'cause no matter how far, when it's dark outside, they will be your light. We'd play Halo and we'd lay low in our basement until the sun began to rise. We would go to school but not learn too much, 'cause it's hard to read when you've got tired eyes. Months go by, the time it flies, past the days that we drink Kool-Aid in the summertime. Years go by, the time it flies, past the days that we drink Kool-Aid in the summertime.
Alright, we have a crazy game here. We're a playoff spot for NOC, potentially, if they clutch out a win here. Of course, they are playing against Dallas, who I believe so far are undefeated this season. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting game, and I'm interested to see what both teams play here.
Yeah, Dallas is, well, technically undefeated, but they did have to forfeit a match earlier in the season due to somebody sleeping, but I won't say names.
Log. Oh, man. Who did that?
Log. Alright, anyway. Yeah, I'm interested to watch these two teams play because ever since NOC kind of got it together, they've been playing a lot better, and I think the matchup we have to see is the Fran versus Koi Cassidy, because they've both been popping off.
True. Unfortunate that they did FF half their season, but fighting for their playoff spot. We have Dallas opting to take the high ground over on the left side. Both teams sort of just poking, feeling each other out. Gold used early by Krollo. And now the pressure's starting to come in. And Zac uses Fortify. A lot of pressure coming onto this NOC backline, but they're able to back up and sustain. And Zac actually goes down first. This is a huge pick for NOC.
Yeah, Parasite's doing a lot of damage in the back, but they just can't seem to capitalize on it.
Dallas going to be forced for a reset here. No ults on the board yet. Some ult charge leaning towards the side of NOC on that one. We do have Panda. He's getting close to Kitsune Rush. Probably has it up here as both teams look to engage again. Force recall out early and sort of just poking here. NOC with this point presence. Ooh, and Parasite goes down early. Huge helix from Alpha. They're looking to close this one out, but Zac will not die just yet. Log beating. Ooh, and Ajax, Fran, with the Ajax. This is what Dallas needs to take the point. And now it should just be total from here. Absolutely rolling. It's not clean though. They eke out a couple more percentage.
And Koi, oh my god.
I'm not sure about that one. I'm not sure about that one. That was definitely a fat finger. And another huge stagger on the lover boy. That was definitely what Dallas needed.
Yeah, Koi was really relying on that huge 5-man high noon to save the point, but...
He did swap to Reaper though, so swap's coming out. We have a lot of ults on both sides. They're both pretty much just down beat. NOC missing a DPS ult. Ooh, engaging with the window. Gets the Kiri, so they have no rush. Ooh, a lot of ults being used on both sides. NOC up. And now it looks like they're gonna have cleanup.
Yeah, and NOC just takes the point right back.
It is unfortunate there. Panda getting picked early like that. Usually you want to engage first with Rush before the BAP even has a chance to set up the window like that. But they have it for the retake if they want it. And they are pushing into an Orisa ult, so Kiri's cooldowns will come in clutch against that. The Rush comes out. Koi on a sort of flank here. Gets one. Able to stay alive with Fade. Now the Orisa ult comes out. And not looking good for Dow. Down both supports. It's just Parasite and Zac here. And I don't think it's going to be enough. No.
Yeah,
NOC.
Dark step.
Yeah, it's looking like NOC is going to take the first point. Yeah, it kind of looked like Dallas was doing a lot of damage early, but it just didn't seem like they were really able to capitalize on it.
Yeah, I was going to say, Parasite usually does put in work on that Tracer, but I think the big problem here is NOC plays pretty stacked. And in the beginning, they were playing stacked on the Cassidy. And, you know, he's playing Tracer into basically, what, 3 hit scans because they have a BAP. And you have that Hinder Grenade, you have Soldier Helix Rocket. So not a lot of work that you can really put in on the off angles without being too cautious. And I think what he was able to do just wasn't enough. So I'm excited to see how the Pharah pick goes. Fares for him on this map.
Round 2. Capture the objective.
Keep it up. We're going to win this.
This is a perfect tour map though, so I will admit this is one of my best tour maps, so one of the. I would definitely love to see Koi pull out the Torb as he has done before.
Both teams trading 1 for 1, but we are down a main support on the side of Dow. And it looks like NOC will get the early cap, but both teams still poking. Oh no, Log actually tries to contest. He's trying to draw it out. Hopefully he doesn't. Ooh, he does. He pays with his life. Honestly, in that situation, I think he should just get out.
Thanks for the help.
Now we wait for a pseudo regroup here while Log comes back from spawn. And Koi is always on these off angles. Fran has been popping off in her own right, but I do think it's kind of on her to sort of police the Reaper a little bit better.
Holy Reese got booped!
Oh, huge boop, actually. Oh my god, and a spear from Zach. Oh no, the Reaper made it back up, but all for naught. Chasing some of these cleanup kills here could be huge. Yep, Lucio falls and the bat. And I like this more aggro positioning from Dow, kind of forcing him to walk into this here. Especially with the forest spam through the choke.
We got a lot of ults on the board here too, almost a full 10. So interested to see the Q fest that's about to happen.
Usually it goes to whoever goes first.
Oh, Parasite's on the flank.
And we get 2. That should be the fight. And good ult usage. There wasn't an overcommitment there. Only 2. And Koi might be staggering himself here. Yeah, that's not a good look. Now to see if Dow could keep the tempo with their remaining ults. I think the sound barrier from Log's gonna come into play here. And honestly, just a lot of poking. NOC is very hesitant to walk into the spam. Rolo trying to move in, take some space. Log needs to be careful. He's a little separated from his team. Oh my goodness, not an Ajax. Oh, both Lucios are trolling today. Out in full force. Lucio Mafia. Okay, and
Koi just
Koi...
popped.
I spoke too soon. Caster's curse. Everyone's trolling today. And now this looks like it's just going to be an easy cleanup for Dow.
Oh no, you hate to see it. It looks so winnable for NOC.
It
Could've
did
closed
look
out in-
winnable.
It could have closed out in 2, but looks like we're going to the 3rd map.
Score
Honestly, Dow did look a little better on that second point there. Once they had their footing and they had point. They definitely played more aggressive there. And Log knows, owning up to it. He said he had to hit the Ajax real quick. I don't think it'd be Log if there wasn't at least one Ajax. Alright. It looks like no change from the tank compositions, but Boy may be opting for the Echo pick here, which is always great into tanks like Orisa, Sigma. Just those tanks that feel like they never die need to be really careful around the Echo beam. Both teams. Ooh, Fran goes down early. But Zach is still pushing the pace, not ready to surrender, and they actually get a pick on Frollo. This is actually huge for Dow. They can close this out. Zach trying to get a pick onto the Baptiste. They get Lamp out. No trades yet. Both just even. With Zach up, Dow's going to be able to have point presence first. Finally, some more trades coming back. And they're still even.
It's looking like Dow's gonna come out on top though.
Ooh, I don't know. Frollo, having a tank on the point is important. Of course, Log is a menace on the Lucio, trying his best to rein in Kokichi here. And it does get a flip. It's a little messy here. Dow waiting on their tank to come back. Log trying to police this soldier on the high ground, getting pushed down. Ooh, and Parasite falls. That's a huge opening pick in this mess of a fight. And Fran's down. I think we just need a good reset here. I don't know if they want to fight this. They're exchanging a lot of poke, giving up a lot of ult charge. He commits the beat. Dal is in. Both beats used an Orisa ult from Dal. That's not good. I think they do just need a reset. And as soon as I say that, they get a couple picks.
Yeah, NOC's down their tank. It's 2v2 on point.
But
No.
the ults are gonna be what comes to bite them in the back. Those long drawn out fights, especially when you have the soldier and the BAP just able to farm the Orisas for ult. They don't really favor Dal there, especially when they have respawns coming back. We do have both windows on the board, and NOC using their first. Panda in response. Huge opening pick. And 3. Now this looks like just cleanup. Loverboy going for a little bit of a stall. Gets shut down pretty early. But we are sort of in last fight territory. If NOC flips it, it'll be a very sketchy touch for Dal if they get one.
Yeah, that was a great play from Zach. He just, as soon as he sees that window go down, he just pushes them all off the high ground, making the window basically useless, and his team was able to push and capitalize on it.
It was great foresight on his part to push past it. But they're gonna let it flip here. No picks coming out though, they have time. Dal desperately trying to get some of these ults. And both teams are even. Panda able to avoid the Orisa, able to keep Zac up. And Dal, of course, is not gaining any point progress for this, so they have to win this. Ooh, both of Lucio's commit beats. And it flips back to Dal. I do think Dal won that in terms of ult economy. Ooh, Koi on the Reaper. Maybe a late stagger here, potentially. Oh, yeah, Log's gonna chase him, and... Oh, that is a long stagger. That sets them back a lot. Especially Dal with ult advantage now. They do have the better ult economy going into this next fight.
Yeah, I think Koi just needed to jump off the map there. It seems like he keeps trying to make these plays happen, but he just keeps prolonging these fights and just giving more progress to NOC, or to Dallas, I should say.
Yeah, Dal definitely a little better at policing some of these TPs and off angles that he was taking in the first round.
Bionic healing ready for you. I've got you in my sights.
The visor coming out, lamp used on Dal. Frollo pushing into contest. Now, ooh, a lot of ults coming out here from both sides. Both Orisas down. Parasite gets 2 with visor, and it looks like it's just the BAP. And that's our first map, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I had no idea what was going on, but
It was a bit of a messy exchange. I will say that. I think a lot of NOC's success sort of comes from Koi's backline flanks and shenanigans, especially on Reaper. We don't have too many. There are a couple Emerald players that have a lot of precision, especially on the hit scan heroes, but I think just the overall tankiness of Reaper and the general awareness of some teams lets Koi get away with a lot. And I think after that first initial couple flanks, Dal kind of really honed in and didn't really let him create as much pressure from those off angles as he normally would like to. So good on Dal. But I kind of want to see how NOC adapts to this. They've given a couple different looks throughout some of their games that they've played this season. and I kind of wonder what we'll see next.
Yeah, Dallas seemed like a lot more spread out, and I thought they were for sure gonna lose that last fight, but they just Parasite gets 3 on the soldier, and they were able to clean up the rest. So just really good job by them being able to stick it through, even after losing the first pick.
I'm curious to see what map they pick, especially because one thing I will give Dallas is they themselves have also ran quite a bit of flexible team comps here. I mean, Log does usually opt for the Lucio, but Lucio has been a staple as of recently and works in a lot of situations. But a lot of their other players have flexed to different tanks and different DPS. So even if NOC picks a map that might play more to their style, I'm also excited to see how Dal adapts, because they seem like one of the more adaptable teams that we've seen here in the Emerald League.
I just hope we see the log ball come out. I've been I watched a few streams where I saw a log ball, so
I will donate money to stream right now to not see Log play ball. How many gifted? How many gifted? Put it in chat. I'll put it there. Oh. I was gonna say, do I just stop yapping? Oh, okay.
Yeah, stream can't hear him talk. He has it set up so they can't.
All right.
So we're just talking to ourselves.
I was gonna say, Andrew's out here. You guys can't hear him. All right. We just look like schizos talking to the voices in our heads.
Andrew also said he wants to see the log ball, so that's 2 out of 3 in this lobby that want to see the log ball.
I am a certified hater of the log ball. And you could write that down. You record that. You could add a quotes channel to the UR server. Put it in there. I am not an advocate for this man's ball.
I mean,
Log, if you watch us back, I mean that sincerely. Stop playing ball in my 10-mans.
From watching the games, it just seems like I mean, maybe it's not the best ball play, but like he's able to distract enough for like the rest of the team to capitalize on like the chaos. So
no, he does do a good job of ball, especially in the league games. I just like to give him a little bit of shit. We have the Eichenwald pick come out. Even though he's muted, Andrew's doing backflips and somersaults right now that he doesn't have to watch another King's Row map. And to that, I say that's garbage. But Eichenwald, another staple in what I would consider good Overwatch maps. I won't lie though, I was just talking a lot of smack on the log ball. I would do anything to not watch another Orisa mirror.
Well, looks like that's not gonna happen. But I will say we do have the Koi Torb.
We do have a Torb. Obviously, you love to see it.
Let's see if this
not living up quite to your namesake. Didn't lock it right away, but maybe we'll see a couple hammer kills here.
I'm actually interested if this is like a map that they prefer, because I'm pretty sure I saw another NOC Eichenwald game where he was playing Torb. So I wonder if it's like something that they like communicate beforehand that like they want to play this map, because like it does feel like a pretty good map for Torb, or if it's just a map they just happen to like.
And we do see a couple other DPS picks coming out. A Genji on the side of NOC, running into the Fran Hanzo, and Hanzo finding Loverboy, as I say it, just policing that high ground. But Log falls. Now Krollo falls. Dal is up a tank, and they do still have the Soj. Koi getting ran down by Zach. Just absolutely bullied off the map. Ooh. And Alpha with a sort of late pick here on himself. I don't know. NOC needs to back up here, I think. DeLucio should be speeding them out. I think exchanging in any sort of poke here just kind of benefits Dow's ults.
Yeah, and I think NOC got 2 picks there, so I'm kind of confused at how they weren't able to push past and start capturing the point. Maybe just a little bit uncoordination on their part.
Yeah, I think their supports got split from Krollo, and then Krollo fell. So even though there were trades, just them being split sort of preys on their downfall. And again, just DPS on Dow's side, finding early picks. And, ooh, they commit window to this. NOC commits window. Zach just barreling past it. Kokichi falls. Krollo, and now just clean up on the Lucio. And that's a huge fight for Dow. Getting that window out early, and now being able to hold the better ult econ. I know it's only 1 ult, but not having the window when you have like the Torb, the Orisa, it's going to be huge, and I think it'll play a factor in this fight. Fran, zoning Dragon coming out. Does split them, but only Log seems to notice. The late beat, but the Dry Blade finds nothing. He gets shut down.
I wish I would have seen that, because Alpha's been having some huge blades too. Because I was talking about Koi earlier on the Cassidy, but Alpha's blades have also been huge, and yeah, like he gets shut down instantly by the Hanzo.
I think Dow is just playing better at rotating. The window coming out, and Zach able to force the Orisa off so they could still use the window. They can't push past it. Alpha finding a pick on a Fran, but majority of the picks falling in Dow's favor. And poor Kokichi just bullied. Alright. Not a lot of ults on the board now. Winding down into last fight territory. Maybe 2 fights if they're lucky. And Parasite has the Soj ult. Krollo his tank ult. And Koi has a High Noon. Engaging with Soj ult.
Krollo might get picked here. Oh no!
Ooh. And High Noon finds nothing. And this is not good if you're NOC. Ooh, late pick on Fran, who has ult. They taxi their Orisa back. They maybe get a clean-ish fight here, but Alpha's in trouble. And Parasite finds Kokichi. This is not good if you're NOC. Having to push in without the BAP is gonna be hard. Especially Krollo forced to use his shift early. No gold on Orisa. Oh, but huge ult. Huge ult from Krollo. And Koi just causing mayhem on these off angles. I think Dow got a little too split when they were trying to chase that Tracer down, and it ended up coming to bite them in the back.
Yeah, Dow's had what felt like a massive advantage there, but like you said, they were just too split, and Koi and Krollo, I think, were each able to get one, or maybe it was the BAP. But yeah, really unfortunate for Dallas.
Now both teams coming up on some big ults here. And Zach drops. Wants a pick on Kokichi. He's sort of alone right now. He needs some help. Forced to back out. Still not getting any care. Yeah, he just sort of isolated himself there. Gonna say, the Tracer and the Reaper are raising absolute hell in the backline. Just a little miscommunication there from Dow. Zach kind of got left out, hung out to dry there. No follow-up. And the beat coming out from Log. Counter beat coming out from Loverboy. Both windows were mirroring. Zach pushes past with an ult of his own. And they're coming out with everything. Dal used
Oh my god.
both teams committing a lot of ults, but NOC just comes out on top. Of course, it does look like Dal will get a contest with their Orisa, which is huge. Oh, maybe not. And the huge pulse bomb from Alpha shuts down any attempts at a touch.
Yeah, that fight looked like it was going Dallas's way with the Orisa ult and the Hanzo ult, but then Koi just jumps from the top ropes and just ults 3 of them. And Dallas was close to getting a touch, but Alpha with the huge 3K to cap second point.
We see Koi teleporting up to the high ground, forcing Panda down, getting Lamp out, and Log being hunted down by both DPS. Ooh, but Koi overcommits. Parasite was there with the refrag to peel for Log. And with the little bit of time bank that they had, they've made a considerable progress through third here. Trolla going in, ulting,
This ends now.
and Trolla getting shut down. Another great pulse from Alpha, keeping NOC in this fight. Ooh, late beat. And just trying to dance and stall this one out. Log doing a pretty good job of it. Ooh, good pick. But I don't know if it'll be enough. But maybe with these close spawns, if Zach plays it right. Yeah, he has backup from spawn. The close spawns are going to win this game. Or at least this point. They're going to stall it out.
They have to
As I
touch.
say that-
Oh.
No. Not a letter number. You hate to see it, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, it was looking so good for Dallas in the beginning, and then they just it seemed like they didn't win a single fight after that. It just went from first point all the way to the end without trouble.
Yeah, I think the Reaper pick from Koi is definitely a comfort pick, but just something that gets a lot of value here, because it looks like, and I could be reading this wrong, but Dal is putting a lot of resources into not letting him do or take space. But that either ends up going one of two ways. Either they overcommit to the Reaper, and then Zach's going in without any resources, without any follow-up, without any peel or attention coming to him frontline. Or they give all the attention, all the heals to Zach on the front line, and then Koi gets to run amok in the back line, especially when he has his ult up.
My dad says a lot of your missions were disasters.
Well, if he made me the robo horse I asked for, maybe I would have stood a better chance.
However, saying that, he is starting out on the patented Torb. Log flashing a Brig here. Maybe, I don't know, maybe on defense I would have been okay with it, but
Means a lot.
I don't know about on attack here. It seems a little awkward, especially on this first point here. Especially now that he doesn't know, but Koi isn't on the Reaper, so might not be contesting these flanks like he thinks he's about to.
If we can't see the log ball, then we're gonna get the log break. I'm here for it.
I'm having PTSD. This is flashbacks of season 1 all over again. For those of you in chat who don't know, Log was a pretty dedicated Brig player.
If you know, you know.
Steadfastly so. Very glad he picked up Lucio. And I say that with love in my heart. Alright, both teams poking. Zach using the spin to sort of get through this choke. And they're able to find Krollo off of it. This is a great opportunity to take space. And Zach he's just bullying his way onto point. He does not care. Lamp coming out from NOC. Log finding a pick on Alpha. And this should be a clean sweep first point.
Enemy turret destroyed.
My terror probably would have got a 5K there, but you know.
And, you know, we can't all be you, man. Can't all be you.
Yeah, but that was, yeah, I just a pick after pick for Dallas and able to take the point pretty easily.
Yeah, when Dal doesn't have any of these flankers or off angles to worry about, and they're able to just commit and sort of give Zach the resources he wants, they get a lot done. They are definitely really good with like this front lines sort of pressure. And Fran gets traded out, but Dal forcing a couple people to drop off that high ground and fight them cart. And the rally break pushing in, really just leading the charge.
Special delivery.
Ooh, and Parasite goes down. Ult coming out from Krollo. That's 3 ults from Dal come out. The Window, the Torbolt, and the Orisa ult from NOC. Sorry.
Yeah, not sure if the Window was needed, but it looked like the Torbolt and the Orisa ult were enough to clean it up. But nevertheless, still a fight win for NOC.
I was gonna say that'll set them back ulticon wise, but I do think that they definitely wanted to stop the momentum there, Dal. Once they get going, it is not a train you want to be on the other side of. Alright, Dal looking to contest this castle, but 2Panda, he gets picked on the rotation. And I think that's the detriment to not having Log on Lucio. He can't help the BAP and other squishies rotate. Especially when you have to deal with this high ground here on second point.
High hopes for you.
Now both teams just sort of exchanging and a little bit of poke while we wait for Zach to come out of spawn. A lot of ults on Dal. I think they gotta push the pedal here. They gotta use something this fight and sort of take some of that momentum back. Because already Krollo's almost back to another ult. They're almost sitting back to even ulticon, so definitely want to make some investments here for this fight. Hanzo out, coming out from NOC.
This ends now.
The Sojo and the Orisa ult countered with beat. Parasite down, Log gets headshot, and we commit Window and High Noon.
Oh no.
Oh god, Dal just used everything. And they just got stonewalled by the Orisa. I know he almost has rally, but I was gonna say I want to see Log swap to Lucio. They need to take that castle from them, and they need help rotating. Now we have double hit scan. We're off the Sojourn for Dal. And we're taking unorthodox path here, but might actually catch them off sides here, unawares. Rotating height. Ooh, Panda has to use lamp early.
Yeah, it looks like they didn't really know where to go, because it looked like Zach was going towards under, but everyone else was going towards the high ground.
A little sketchy, but each team does get a trade. However, NOC with the tank still on the board. But Dallas taking this high ground, and they're not getting off of it. They're fighting for it. But Log, maybe an overcommitment. He splits himself. And as I say that, he manages to keep himself up.
Koi has to be careful here.
But Zach is on the low ground alone. He does get lamp though, and able to get care from the BAP from the high ground, but just not enough. I'm gonna say it's great that they took the high ground, but with Zach sort of permanently split from them.
Dallas does have 2 picks here though. This
Yeah,
could be a winnable fight.
NOC's taking 1v1s, well, not even 1v1s, 1v4s with the people one at a time who are up on high ground, and it sort of breaks this defense apart. Honestly, if you're NOC there, you do want to send your Orisa up there to help clear out the high ground, but they didn't, and now Dal has the ball rolling again. We are coming into last fight territory on bridge here. Would be great to see some Lucio boops, and we have huge ults on both sides. Both Lucios have beat.
Koi got the early pick on the friend though, so Dal's gonna have to play this fight out 4v5.
Parasite running away with the cart, but picks in NOC's favor. Oh no! Slug didn't fall off the map, but got booped, keeping this alive, but all for naught.
I was ready for the 5-man boop, but not today.
Gonna say he didn't wake up and do his daily prayers to Frogger. Was not in the cards.
Play of the game.
But NOC making it a series. Definitely look night and day from those second 2 control points. And honestly, I think a lot of it could just be attributed again to the off angles the NOC DPS takes. Dal usually good with their rotations and their comms. They just seem to get a little too split, or a little too unsure of how many resources they should give to the people in the back line and the flankers. And I think sometimes Zach might be playing a little too over aggressive, knowing when there's like Reaper or the Tracers on an off angle in the back line. He goes in just a little too far, and I think sometimes can't get the resources he needs to stay alive.
Yeah, and that, and even it seems like Dallas, like at least one of their DPS player keeps getting caught out like really early in these fights, so it's just always NOC with a man advantage.
No, absolutely. You are correct. And that's I know the thought process, I think, behind the Brig pick, wanting to be able to sort of keep the backline stable there, but on attack, pushing against that castle, I really think Dal should have opted for the Lucio earlier. It was messy, but they did finally manage to get their squishies up to the high ground, and that's when they finally did see a little bit of success there on second point. But I really think if we opt for the Brig pick, we do it on defense. Just my opinion. But
My solution to everything is pick Torb, so I think Dallas really needs to pick Torb here to get a map win.
Honestly, you might be onto something. I'm not gonna lie. So far in this league, no one has had an answer for your Torb, and it looks like no one has an answer for Koi's Torb either? Question mark?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's. Oh no, I guess he did stay Torb that entire defense, but on attack he swapped off.
True, he's not committed to the bit.
Yeah,
but...
definitely not as committed as I am, but at least he picks it every now and then.
And Dal mixing it up here. We got New Junk City. Usually most teams opt for Servasa, I feel. So
What are the odds we have another Orisa mirror? Yep, yeah. There it is.
You know, it's so hard. It hurts my heart. It's almost a hot take, but honestly, I think Overwatch 1 Orisa was less impressive than Overwatch 2 Orisa, or at least less boring. Sure, once you throw a second tank into the mix, you could probably make that argument that that's not true, but I think on our own, Orisa is just really friggin' boring to watch.
Oh, and we do have a change on Dallas. We have Panda playing the DPS while Fran is now on support.
We do have an Ana coming out for the first time this series, which I like. I think Ana was in a kind of weird state up until recently, but I think this season Ana kind of slaps. So excited to see.
I feel like this is the first time in any series we've seen an Ana. I feel like I haven't seen one at all.
Ooh, and 2 Panda gets speared and taken out immediately. An early flip gonna go to NOC. Now Parasite is on this Sombra, which might be able to come in huge if we're able to farm these EMPs fast enough.
You're completely healed.
Now sort of waiting, looking to engage.
How's that for sound therapy? I've got meds. Who needs them? Match this BPM.
And Zach pushing in. We get lamp out early from NOC, which is good for Dal. A huge sleep, but not able to do anything. The Reaper has fade up. And it just looks like one long big poke battle here. Log sort of sneaking point, but trades coming out in the side of NOC.
Oh, a huge hack onto the BAP,
Amateur hour.
but it might be too late.
Yeah, Log's dancing. He's fighting. And Parasite trying to supply any little bit of follow-up damage that they can. Log is... They cannot hit Log. Krollo is struggling, and so is Loverboy. This man is solo holding point. And even though it'll all be for naught,
Maybe B?
I don't even know what to say about this. This is absurd. Okay, thank you. We literally just had Log 2-stepping on point for 5 minutes. I don't know how I feel about that. Ooh, but Zach and Fran going out kind of late. Not a great look. This is Dow's spawn.
Touch spawn door challenge.
Flashpoint unlocks in
But of
10
course,
seconds.
now NOC has set themselves up to get first flip once again. I don't know if Dow will make it in time to contest it. Ooh, but the Genji getting caught out on rotation here. Maybe if
And
they
the
run
BAP.
down. Oh, it is the BAP. It looks like they did. They isolated the BAP. And that's going to be huge moving forward.
Match this BPM.
Dow definitely looking to push in fast off this. Ooh. And even though Parasite goes down...
Oh, huge anti.
Oh, but there's no follow-up. Ooh, Log able to kill the Orisa by himself, finish her off, but he's gonna get chased down.
Really unfortunate for Dallas there. I mean, they had the pick, they had the anti and everything, and Koi just pressed Q.
They had the pick, they had the anti. Parasite had the foresight to hack the Lucio so that they couldn't beat. But again, we're just not ult tracking the Reaper. We have so many resources. We have the hack, we have the sleep dart, you have spin, you have spear. We have so many things to prevent this ult from happening. And Koi just drops another ult right in their face. Dow looking to go straight under. The hack coming out, BAP falling early again. EMP comes out but misses the Lucio. Panda gets shut down with the visor. And it looks like they're just giving everything here. And again, Log and Parasite fighting an unwinnable fight at the end.
Yeah, again, it looks like Dallas gets the early pick, and they just can't.
Flashpoint.
They just can't like work as a team to get the rest of them. They just keep falling apart.
I think they're getting a little too split. I do think they are getting these early picks, but I think sometimes they're going a little too deep to get them, and they can't stabilize after it, so the trades just come back tenfold. Diana's been doing okay at sustaining Zac, but I really would love to see some more aggressive anti-nades. There was a big one when Koi ulted, but other than that, we haven't seen any really big anti-nades.
Flashpoint unlocked.
Especially, they have been able to bait Lamp out early in some of these fights. An anti-nade on the backline would do dividends. And as I say that, Parasite picks Alpha. The Nano coming out onto Zac. Ooh, Koi finding Parasite. We're even. Krollo falls in the middle of the point. It's a free fight on point with their tank if Dal takes it. Oh, and the late beat. No. Now we're just staggering, guys. Oh no.
Yeah, it looks like maybe some more miscommunication from Dallas. I mean, the Orisa got the nano and started backing up at full HP. So I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what's going on right now.
I just think that once one of the DPS goes down, it doesn't on Dow. It doesn't seem like they have the follow-up damage. Once they're down one to really secure any of these kills, and they're definitely not all on the same page. And they're walking into a bunch of ults here. And Alpha finds 2 with the blade. Make it 3. And the BM beat for good measure.
Yeah, that's just gonna be NOC going up in the series 2-1.
Gonna say, and the log. Did a great job dancing there, but I don't know. They're just playing a little too split. This is definitely not the Dal we're used to seeing. And this was just an absolutely massive blade to put the nail in the coffin on this third map here. Now we have NOC up 2-1.
Surely it doesn't go to map 5 with my first time casting, right?
Surely not. We've only had like what, one best of 5 series in Emerald? Maybe 2? I will say that Dallas Dal was in both of them. But so far this season, Ott, the only team to take it the distance with Dal at least, but NOC potentially running away before that's even an option. Running away with it. And if you're Dal here, I don't know what you want to do. Orisa is so strong right now, but we did see Zach flash a Zar pick at the end there. Too little, too late. But maybe we see them roll out on a Zarya here. And I almost kind of want to see them, if they play the Orisa comp into it, I kind of want to see them maybe pull out a Reaper or something of their own. Because I think, again, I think when NOC runs the Reaper and he's in the back line, Zach is just trying to fight frontline. And I think if they could go 2 ways about it. They have to get better at knowing when Koi's actually committed to looking for kills and when he's just being an annoyance. Or they beef up their squishy characters. Maybe pull out the Reaper, the Mei, the Torb, and they just run it down. Because Frollo, at least in the first 2 maps, did get picked early a lot. So when they do focus fire Crollo, he does fall. It doesn't seem like he gets the best support at times. So I wouldn't hate that look either, but I don't know. I don't know if I have an answer for them.
Sorry, I stopped listening after Torb, but yeah, I think I agree. I think I would like to see something different. I mean, it looks like they did try to obviously switch some players around to support in DPS, but yeah, Koi is just being Koi and Alpha are just being a menace. I believe we have Escort next, if I'm not mistaken. So curious to see what Dallas. I'm not sure what Dallas has picked in the past or what Escort maps have been played in the past, but curious to see if they try to pick a map that maybe Orisa's not good at. But
I was gonna say, I'm hoping to see maybe a Dorado, a Gibraltar, even. You could kind of sort of.
Well, I'll stop you right there because I'll pay actual money not to see a Gibraltar played. That's
that it. I love the map. I know it gets a lot of hate, but especially once you make the Orisa drop from height, and you sort of coax her off. If you're running a more mobile comp, you're pulling out that Winston, the Diva, Doom. Then things start to become a little more dynamic because she doesn't have the verticality to really deal with that. And I think that could help a ton because then Dal could let their tank help the squishies fight NOC and their squishies. Orisa is kind of one of those characters. If you're not like Zarya or in the mirror, you do kind of just want to ignore them. And that's kind of how you take her out of the fight. Everyone has to collectively, as a group, path and play around ignoring the Orisa. Sure, sometimes you might want to poke out some cooldowns, poke out gold, or maybe spin, especially if you have ults on the board. But I don't know. I don't see Dal maybe running a hard dive. Only because I do think they do so well in these brawly style comps, but I don't know. They haven't had an answer yet, so I definitely want to see what they think is their best option to break open this puzzle.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, it also comes down to like players' hero pools. So maybe like having X or Y comp is better, but maybe they just can't run that. I mean, I'm sure if they do the dive, they could have the log ball come out. But yeah, I think it just depends on what tank Zach can play, and what DPS the two DPS players can play. To see if they can counter NOC or not.
We see the Junkertown pick coming out. And I'm curious. I think we have seen Panda lock the Widow a couple times this season.
Initiating match.
And I wonder if that's what they have in store for us. Of course, I wouldn't hate that. Especially if we do see Koi roll out on the Reaper. I know we had a light rework here of Junkertown with the addition of this the little house there in First Point. But I think the sight lines are definitely open enough for a Widow to keep a Reaper marked, if that's the route NOC tries to go on this map. But no, Panda's swapping back to support off the DPS.
And for the first time, we will not see the Orisa mirror. So we got Zach starting on the Sigma.
We do have a Sig. We love that. And Log coming out on the Zen. Okay, okay. I like this. It might be difficult and interesting to see how he does deal with the Genji, but barring that, I think he could get value here with the Zen, especially for the counter ult against the Blade or the Dragon, to use at his own discretion.
I agree, and even the Discord is obviously just a huge piece of utility for melting the Orisa.
Ooh, and Fran gets picked right off the bat.
Railgun charged.
And NOC sort of just taking this clear space. But as Cart pushes out here, this is really when Zen starts to get his value, once he can start discording some of these targets in more open lanes. But Panda, unawares, falls to Koi on the flank. Sort of isolated himself out there. And now with only Zen heals, I think NOC is going to be able to pressure up on this hard, and they are. And that'll be First Point. Doubt does not get a touch here. Ooh, we have a pause. Looks like Zach's internet has died.
Which is really unfortunate because obviously losing ult charge and being sent back to spawn is probably not the greatest thing for Dallas right now, because they need all the help they can get right now. So this is definitely an unfortunate circumstance for them.
For them? What about us? We have to sit here and yap while this guy reconnects. My lord. Like, we have a delay on. I can't even talk to chat. What is this?
That is true.
But Doge, I see you in chat. Your crosshair's ugly. Please change it. Thank you. All right.
Dang, bro, not the Doge hate.
That aside. Yeah, no, we see NOC steamrolling first here. Gonna have a significant time bank to go in a second. And we don't really have any ults on the side of Dal coming up anytime soon. While Koi and Kokichi are both gearing pretty close to theirs. Oh, Log asked you to quit DDoSing Zach.
I like how one of you said no, I won't stop it, and the other one was like, never. Or my bad.
I was gonna say, I do charge by the hour, so I guess I don't totally hate this.
Well, that's very unfortunate because in my contract, I specifically stated I get charged by the minute. So this is even better for me.
Wait, hold on, you're getting paid for this?
Oh. Anyway, yes, we got NOC Dallas, not playing, I guess.
I'm gonna have to have a conversation with League Ops about a salary increase.
Denied.
Koi with a terrible joke.
Yeah, no, wait. I don't know. Can we blur that one out? That one does not need to make it to the stream. Hide that. Hide that.
I don't even know if stream can see because of the scoreboard, but
I finally saw Doge reply in chat. He said he did change his crosshair.
Koi does have
Honestly,
a point though. Like this is, like you said at the start, like this is a huge playoff game or huge match for NOC to determine if they're able to potentially sneak their way into the playoffs after what seemed like a terrible, like probably the worst start in UR history to the season with all the forfeits they had.
I was gonna say it is unfortunate that they cannot schedule a game because they play really well when they can. But yeah, they're still in contention here. And it looks like based off this first little taste of Junkertown that we did get, that they might eke it out here. Now, I don't know. We might just have to bring up like a tic-tac-toe stream for the time being. Oh, Zach started playing Overwatch.
PSA to stream: do not actually go outside in a tornado with a parachute. It is probably not a good idea.
Honestly, I don't see anything wrong with it. Don't listen to this guy.
I mean, I think it would be a good. I mean, it lifts you up, and then like when it starts like throwing you like to the ground, like you just like glide on down. Like I see nothing wrong with it. But we are
saying-
back.
Oh, we are back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
We can stop yapping.
The payload has reached
And immediately, with the Zach reconnect, we have logs. Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna say Zach did not pick a character, so he might still be having issues. Not sure what the
Oh,
not sure what
he's
the rules are regarding
not
disconnect.
actually in the game, apparently. All right. This is slightly discouraging.
All right, back to yapping.
Um, yeah. Now we have log again opting for the brig, but I don't see what value the brig gets outside of when Boy is playing the Reaper. So then Lug could kind of police him with whip shot and babysit other squishies, but when you're playing into the Hanzo, I guess maybe for the Genji, but I mean Alpha's he's only at 44% ult charge and has really only kind of been poking from range. He hasn't committed to like super hard diving solo diving any targets. And again against Koi on this Hanzo, who's been finding success at these longer angles, I don't see the need or the value we'll get from the break here. I guess it is always nice to have a defensive ult for Blade, but we were on Zen, and swapping did reset our ult charge. And there's the pick onto the Brig. It's almost like Brig struggles against long-range characters. Crazy. And Fran getting poked out, taking a duel here with Koi on the off angle while Crowlow's taking space main. Ooh, Koi gets Fran, Parasite trades, and then Alpha trades for Parasite. And Dal is just endlessly staggered here. That BAP really needs to get out and make sure that he does not die and add on to this. And with well over 4 minutes on the time bank, NOC is looking to cap third here. Zach using hands early to contest, to come out. But BAP instantly gets ran on. And to no avail. I don't think Dal even gets a touch really here on second point. NOC just walks over them.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
And we have the Diva swap from Zach. A lot of ults for NOC here, and we don't have anything on the board for Dal. This is not looking great. And another hero swap. We are just devastating our ult economy here on Dal.
Maybe they thought this was mystery heroes and not actually ranked.
Maybe. And 2 Panda getting picked first again.
Yeah, Dallas just really has to be careful because like this seems to be like the storyline of the entire series. Just somebody going down like really early for Dallas due to just spam or over peaking, and the card's gonna get really far based off these like 1 or 2 fights.
Oh, I don't even know how that dragon gets to realistically, but huge picks. And the Blade confirming a third, and the DMAC.
And that's probably point.
Yeah, I don't see them getting at least a good touch off here. Parasite trying,
Well, not
but to no avail,
Score 0-3.
I will say this season, I think this has been a pretty good season for Emerald because at the beginning everyone thought that Ottawa was like the best team, and then they lost to Dallas, and everyone's saying Dallas is the best team, and now
NOC's just stepping up and gonna strip them of the title potentially. I mean, of course, Dal always gets to run it back potentially in the postseason. We're not there yet. Their spot is solidified though, so even if they do lose this map, it will not be the last we hear from them. That is true. Andrew makes a good point. We are technically not running main roster Dal here. We do have Fran, the reserve player, playing. However, Fran has come up pretty big in some of these games that she has played in. To be completely fair, but maybe the chemistry's not all there yet. You know, Dragon Master being, I guess, the starting player definitely might have a little more chemistry.
Yeah, I was gonna say, even for being a reserve player, like it seems like Fran has been one of the most like impactful players on Dallas.
Yeah, I was gonna say, huge picks coming out on McCree, and Parasite's rolling out on the Widow. So we're opting for a double sniper with the Diva. Log still on this break. I'm gonna be honest, I hate it. I absolutely don't want to see it. And Parasite falls to Crollo.
But what you love to see is that Torb on defense.
And Zach getting DMAX super early.
Until someone gets hurt. They're going to love this.
And honestly, just exchanging in a little bit of poke while we wait for the Diva to come back. Parasite opting for Echo now. Which might be good into the Orisa if they can navigate the hit scan from Alpha and the Torp turret. A very slow push as Frollo does not surrender this high ground whatsoever. Ooh, and Panda getting a good pick there on the Alpha. This might be what we need to open up, as long as Zach doesn't overcommit too much here on the Koi, onto the Torb. Ooh, we get the lamp out. This is good. And we've had them rotate coast. So they surrendered some of that long angle. But NOC making it a gritty fight. They're not laying down. And already Alpha back. Ooh, but the Orisa falls, and we bait the window out here, which is huge for Dow. Panda again. He's taking the duel with the soldier. He says, "Sit down."
Yeah, and it feels like Dallas had a little bit of the opposite problem there. Like they got that first pick on Alpha, and it seemed like they were almost too scared to like keep pushing. Like they were just playing behind card and like hiding. But I mean, they still win the fight in the end.
Honestly, that I don't hate it though. Just because some of their fights have been too messy, and I think that look, at least being able to secure the fight, I'll take it.
Thanks for the help.
And then Rally coming out from on the side of Dow, but Lugs just he solo rallied himself. No one's really gaining any benefit from this. Zach there for the later half of it. Ooh, the Torbold on the point. The Diva ult gets one. Parasite gets Koi on this off angle.
Oh,
no.
he was late.
And this is why you don't drop it from the top rope, ladies and gentlemen. It has a huge range. You just land on bridge there, bud. Oh no. Catastrophic for NOC. And even though we demech the Diva, that's a huge late pick on the soldier. And Krollo out early, alone. Oh, but Koi on this Reaper pick.
Yeah, I'm worried. Even with this DMAC Diva, I think. Oh nope, 2 Panda gets both. Never mind. I was worried there for a second for Dallas because I thought they were gonna lose the point, even because they had the DMAC Diva, but they were still able to pull it out.
Oh, and the remake. And now it just kind of looks like, I was gonna say they contest to kind of give them a little iffier time bank, but 406, a respectable amount of time to cap third. Of course, NOC not gonna be able to meet their time bank. But still, if Dal caps here and we send it into a second push and an OT situation, that's huge. And Koi looking to find Fran on that Hanzo does. Frollo with the Orisa ult coming out. Oh, I really don't like this Brig pick. That's a second rally we've wasted. We've solo rallied ourselves.
And there's the swap, yeah.
We must push forward.
And Koi coming up on his Death Blossom. A universal great ult in this series. Oh, but he dies. He dies to the Diva Bomb. The remake Diva Bomb. Ooh, Parasite going down though. So we're even.
Diva struggling with this BAP.
Zach does get Kokichi. But the backline of Dal being forced to fend the Orisa off themselves, and they do so. Alright, Dal. We have to ult track this Reaper. We have to know he has ult. There's
He's
no
gonna- he
way
might-
we let him.
I was worried that Koi was gonna try to ult there. He's done it before, tried the 1v5 ult. I'm glad he held it there.
Now we have the support ult and the DPS ult on both teams, and that is it. Echo copy potentially being big here, but like you said, we've seen so many huge Reaper ults out of Koi. And into the Diva, we definitely don't want to see it get the type of value it's been getting. Oh, and Fran shuts it down before it's even an option. But gets traded by Alpha. And Zac is on him instantly. He's forced to surrender the high ground. I think as we gather ourselves here, if I'm Dal, we might want to engage here with the Echo copy, especially we got another pick on the Alpha. I think we definitely engage with an Echo copy here. Whether it's the Orisa or the Reaper, I think we have to press the gas here.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
And there it is. Both ults out. But the Diva's demech'd here for the Reaper ult, and Koi is TPing behind. Parasite founds one. Beat coming out from Log. And Koi is fighting Fran in his backline forever. And finally
wins
Fran
yet again.
falls. And NOC is able to stabilize, despite the ult and some of the picks coming out from Dal.
Yeah, I think like you said, I think Dallas just needs a ult early. They got the pick on the Alpha, and they were like, that Diva was in trouble, isolated and low, and no one came to help them. And they held on the ults. They only copied after Diva died, so.
And NOC managed to hold on to a lot of ults, so they have a lot. Like, they do have a lot for this fight. Zac forced to use the remech ult. And Fran's getting bullied on this low ground here alone. Zac desperately trying to go down to point, but gets punished for it. Gets punished pretty hard for it. And
that's probably
think
game.
that's the series. Yeah, that's the series. Koi held the ult, gets the cleanup kill, and that's the match. So if you're NOC or an NOC fan, this is an absolute huge series. This potentially puts them in playoff contention, barring the game that happens later tonight between Atlanta and Ottawa. So if you're in chat, make sure you check that shit out. But yeah, great series out of NOC. And Dal just was not playing their game tonight. It seemed they were a little off. We've seen a couple good looks, but they ultimately just weren't able to get it together.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate that it's going to be between Atlanta, I think, and NOC for playoffs, because both teams are really fun to watch. But yeah, I guess we'll find out what happens later tonight.
All right,
You're supposed
wrap
to
it
sign
up.
us off.
Okay.
That's
3,
your
2, 1. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. That was our game, and we'll see you back here in another hour or so for our next one. Have a good night.
Bye.
I should have been a skater, maybe a heartbreaker, some kind of creator, simple money maker. I'm just a simple money maker. Time passing me by, I'm cold but it's July, and I know that my disguise will melt off in a sunrise, and I know that it's designed for the sun to make me shine, but it feel like this time that my heart's been mummified. And I won't make it to the night. They tell me I'm too young to be thinking like this. Got my life ahead of me, but feel like it's in abyss. Like my life left for a mistress. Call me back, I must have missed it. I should have been a skater, maybe a heartbreaker, some kind of creator, simple money maker. I'm just a simple money maker.
I think I can fix myself if I write rhymes, but I'm lying to myself, and I know that it's a